And there we go, guys, ready to get started. Hero versus Nintendo. Let's see what leaders are going to pick. Oh, so we've seen Kinsana coming out against Cutter. A surprising pick from Hippy to pick Kinsana this early in the series. She is considered a lower tier leader, but she counters Cutter extremely well. And the controller isn't working, apparently. There we go. Alright, so we're seeing a Jackrabbit opener coming out of Nintendo Hippy, and his rally point is set to the power in front of him. I hope that's not the position he's going to be building a Jackrabbit for. We are getting a Jackrabbit coming out of Hero. He does like to mini-steal, so I probably think that's going to be going all the way over here to the right side mini to try and steal that. Hippy does have a Marine nearby. It's like he is going straight for that mini base to be able to pick it up. He has enough, and he does pick it up. Looks like Hero is going to be collecting the power in front of him on the ledge with the Jackrabbit as well. And I believe Hero might be going for some mini steals here. He did open triple harvester. Jackrabbit has finished collecting, but it looks like he's going to be doubling back for his own minis. Generator coming up now fourth. Hippy did opt in for generator third. He's going to get that upgrade a lot earlier than Hero Absolution. Does have one mini base built, has not built on it yet, cannot afford to build on it, and he's going to be going in for a second generator before picking up any minis. So if Hero did send that Jackrabbit over, he would have easily be able to stolen both of these, but instead he did double back to collect this one, and now he's going to be collecting the supplies close to his base. Getting his generator now. Just a single generator coming out for Hero Absolution. Now picking up all three of his mini bases. Most likely, possibly going to see a Rex on there. Or at least one of them. Hippy now going to be picking up a watchtower just so he can collect this one at the back without sending a unit up there. For the beginner players in the chat who didn't know that, you can just build a watchtower on your base and you get vision on this mini base to be able to pick it up. Means you don't have to send a unit all the way around, and then units can be utilised for collecting resources. This Jackrabbit is still picking up the power. Hero is going in for the scout now. 2 minutes 30 on the dot. Sees the double generator. Let's see how he reacts. He has his own double gen, second gen coming up now as well. Supply pads out of both players here on the mini bases. No barracks as of yet. Looks like they're both most likely just going to be building a few marines, take the power nodes, go into Tech 2. Cutter necessarily doesn't need to play Tech 2, he can play Tech 1 for a long time. Is that an early turret, possibly?
Generator upgrade complete.
I see. It's messing up the time, right?
The enemy sent vehicles after us. Over.
Turret constructed.
Enemy attacking.
There's a lot of emotes in the chat. Okay, so here we go. Hero Absolution going to be building Jackrabbits and Marines. And it looks like Hippy did opt in for the Jackrabbit upgrade. The drones are out. Going to be taking or decapping Hero's power node here. Hero's going to cancel a Jackrabbit there to go into Tech 2. He's 30 seconds out. Hippy is about 300 power behind because of that upgrade. But it is going to give him some early map dominance here. He is pushed all the way up to the power node on Hero's side. Hero is pinned back behind these turrets at his main base up the ramp. Has less population, and Hippy does have a Marine here to be able to take this power node as well. There we go. It's going to be one power node capped for Hippy. Hero committing a lot on these turrets. 3 turrets already built. Nothing on the side of Nintendo Hippy, so he saved 900 blue there. 11 Jackrabbits now from him, going to be taking this central power node with the 1 Marine he has. So Hippy doing a good job in this game. He has the advantage, slightly behind on Tech 2.
The enemy is raining fire down on me. Can anyone assist?
Supply pad upgrade complete.
But these power nodes being picked up by Hippy now should catch him back up on power. Gets Tech 2 now himself. He's about 15 seconds behind. Has a greater army slightly. So not too much of an advantage here. But Hero with 4 turrets on his main base now. No watchtower. Normally you'd see 3 turrets and a watchtower just for that extra vision. Absolutely nothing from him. And Hippy's going to be driving around, denying the recap on this power node in front of Hero Absolution's base. And it is tough on Bedrock when you're pinned in like this as well. You don't ever really want to get pinned back on your base because there's not a lot you can see. It's such a narrow map. It's hard to get out. It's easy for the opponents to control you. Trying to get the power node again, and the hell drop goes down. Jackrabbit's coming in to clean up a couple of these red Jackrabbits here. We do have Hornets to try and counter these Jackrabbits. But Hippy going to be picking up an expo, and he's got double garage coming up, so triple garage coming up. So we're going to be seeing flame hogs, and we can easily see some wolverines come out if necessary as well. There's Jackrabbit numbers there, so you should be able to deal with a couple of these Hornets. But there comes the ODST drop. It's only going to catch 3 of the Jackrabbits there. The Hornets are going to clean up. Mines did come down as well from the ODSTs.
Engine ramped and ready.
Okay, I thought Hippy was going to be going into Tech 3 there. He has a lot of power from these power nodes. Hero's going to be picking up that base. Hippy does not have a scout on the ledge to scout that. The ODSTs are now in the middle. There is Flame Hogs here with a Wolverine and the Jackrabbits as well. He's probably going to lose the at least one ODST here. The other 2 are going to escape into the mines, but one of them is definitely going to die. Drobe's out as well. Hippy going to be working on his third power node here.
Supply pad upgrade complete.
Meanwhile, that should get stopped by that Marine. The Marine's going to get the buff from the heater battle as well. And still, a triple pump of Flame Hogs from Hippy.
Hijack researched.
Wolverine reporting for duty.
Our base
Hippy does now scout the Expo. Those 5 Jackrabbits are enough for Hero to actually cancel that. I mean, he did have 5 Hornets nearby. He could have easily saved his Expo there, not taking too much damage on it, and just killed the Jackrabbits. Not sure what his decision making was in that moment, but he could really do with an Expo and some map control right now. He has 1 power node to Hippy's 4, which is about to come up. Hippy just getting rid of the Jackrabbit's going to get a scout, nice scout on the main base. Sees that he has a garage up. We're seeing Hogs, but the Hogs are coming out pretty late for him to counter the Flame Hogs and Wolverine combo that Hippy has going on. Hippy's Expo is now upgraded as well. There's going to be the 4th power node. Heroes are going to try and take this base again. He was in a better position to let it build before, but here Hippy now has quite a large army. 70 population out of 80.
Pad constructed.
And I like what he's doing. He's just had 1 Marine just taking all these power nodes while the rest clean it out. Here we go. We got Nightingales, Hornets, and a beefy Spartan here. Tech 2 Spartan coming in.
Watchtower constructed.
Hippy also going to be putting his War Council up there. Might be going to... yeah, he's going Tech 3 as well, so you can get that Flame Hog upgrade, which is really good on Tech 3. There we go. There comes the Slam. He's actually going to choose to steal a Wolverine. He has a lot of Hornets. He needs to keep on top of those. Doesn't want to lose many Hornets, so he can kill these Flame Hogs. And Hero is going to be making a push. He's not dropping his ODST mines, but there comes a great Cyclops drop. Countered by the Flame Hog drop there, and a heal coming down for Hero Absolution as well. Going to keep his units alive. 62 population versus 67. Hero's going to choose to back off. Didn't take full advantage of the heal there, but drop turret is coming down, stunning 2 Hogs as well. ODSTs coming down on the blue army.
Upgrade complete.
Hero's actually slightly losing this battle. He has a lot of infantry units here. The Flame Hogs do melt through those pretty quickly, but keeping the Cyclops alive is key to fighting these vehicles. There you go. Flame Wall now being researched for Quintana's Cyclops. Doesn't look like he has chosen to build her first. Looks like he's going to be getting the upgrades first. She's super weak without the upgrades, so it's smart play by Hippy to do that first. Now Hero has a small window of opportunity to take back these power nodes. Not only do they give you power, but they also give you a nice bit of vision as well. You see the nice ring around the power nodes there, gives you a lot of vision.
Ready for orders.
So Hero's going to be making another push. He has the greater population here, 78 to 67. Going to be pushing up to the main base, possibly. Just one turret on the main base. Be interested to see what Hippy's going to choose here. He's probably going to choose the Firestorm group over Inferno. I don't see why he would choose Inferno, especially against Cutter, who has his own big drop as well, the ODST Assault group. There comes a Flame Drop to deny the power node cap there. But he is going to lose that Flame Drop pretty easily. And the ODST is now going to recap it anyway, unless he gets a hog ram up. But look how fast they are capping with that raid 1 and 2, most likely, from Hero here. If he pinned back on his main base, he's got a second turret coming up on the Expo. And Hero now has all 4 power nodes. He's upgrading his Expo as well. All of his pads are upgraded. He's got a healthy economy coming in. Just needs some reinforcements. He could engage here and drop his big drop. Both players pretty similar on leader points here. So they're both going to get those big drops at the same time. There we go. Hero just gets his slightly ahead. Hippy's not too far away. But Hero has the economy. Hippy doesn't at this moment in time.
Flame hog, ready to rock.
Hero is tech free now. He's getting some infantry upgrades and vehicle upgrades as well. So reinforcements.
Supply pad constructed. Vehicle level 1 researched.
So we've got vehicle level 1 coming out for Hero Absolution. We're getting reinforcements as well. Nintendo Hippy hasn't chosen to get any of those upgrades. He's just kind of stalling for something here. He has a leader point which he hasn't spent yet. You see the sneaky Quintana Cyclops is running round the back here. So possibly did choose Inferno. However, Hero is going to try and sneak an Expo on his side of the base as well. Nice garrisons here from Hero Absolution. He has 2 Marines in there. Quintana is waiting on standby. So Hippy trying to make a play. 3 hogs going around the back here. Not sure what he's doing with them. But 5 power nodes for Hero Absolution here. Going to be picking up his 4th base as well. Looks like he's in a lot of control in this game, and Hippy's just let him have it. Since the early game, Hippy did have the advantage, but he's kind of just backed off a bit, really. Making some sort of decision. It does look like an Inferno is going to be going down on this main base, though. 100 population for both players now. There goes the Flame Wall. Let's see what happens. Maybe just some harassment to force Hero back, and that Flame Wall's doing a huge amount of damage to that base. Uses the Flame Wall, then the Inferno comes down. Hero Absolution did have a heal. Let's see if he uses it. He does use the heal on the base, but it might not be enough. We got a Hell Drop coming down now as well. Hero going to be making a counter push. We have 1 Vulture. That's going to be a devastating missile if he does not split. It's going to kill a few units there. Right in the middle of the army, does a lot of damage. Hasn't lost a pad yet on the main base. The heal did its job, but those pads are weak. Asano's just going to recoup her shield and probably come back in. Look at the black bar pad down there. And Hero is going to be pushing up to the main base. No close air support going down. Doesn't look like he's chosen that point. Most likely gone for the ODST Assault group. We've got Vultures from both players now. Heated Battle Vulture here being procced. And the Flame Hog drop going down as well. A lot of red bar units from both players. Here comes another Vulture missile in. There is the ODST Assault group. And that's going to change the battle completely here. We are getting anti-vehicle turrets being upgraded. Nintendo Hippy losing most of his army at his main base here. Down to 52 population. Hero at 87 because of that big drop. Hippy does have a leader point. He can use his drop. This base is completely stripped from this leader now. But Hero does have another 3 bases. Hippy doesn't have the eco to drop or rebuild units at the moment. There we go. There comes the close air support. 1500 blue used on this base. Probably a waste because Hippy has nothing to defend it anyway. So he could have dropped that on the Expo. And this looks like it is going in the favor of Hero Absolution. His main base might be stripped. He might be losing his minis. But Hippy's main base is going down. Following very quickly to this close air support.
Our allies are in trouble.
Hippy now building vultures with a half a base eco pretty much. 3 unupgraded supply pads. He has the mini bases, but they are not upgraded either.
Leader generator.
And all his leader can do is strip this base. She's not going to be able to kill it. We have a siege turret as well going to be hitting her. Flamehawk's going to be driving around, taking down the mini bases, hitting his eco a little bit more.
Our base is
Here comes a Y ability on the Spartan, but the Spartan jumps out before the missile can hit, and he hijacks another vulture. That is expensive for Nintendo Hippy. 750 blue, which he does not have a lot of.
Supply pad constructed.
Really should have had this upgraded from the start. Hero Absolution had all his supply pads upgraded the second he got into Tech 2.
Being hounded by hostile
And now
aircrafts. Over.
looking really strong in this game with these 4 bases.
Nightingale here.
Healy is going to be going down on the Quintana Cyclops. She's going to continue to strip this base. Good Cyclops drop there to stun her. She should be fast enough to get out, but she's running the wrong way. She's kind of in a bit of trouble now.
Warthog under attack from ground troops.
And Kinsano is going to fall. Hippy down on 1 base, not a lot of supply pads, an unupgraded generator, and this looks like it's all going to be in favor of Hero Absolution, and there we go. Nintendo Hippy resigns. Game 1 going to be going to Hero Absolution. So first game, bit back and forth at the start of that game, but Hero did come through strong. Inferno was not the play for Nintendo Hippy. Hero had 3 other bases to fall back on, and ended up costing himself the game. So map 2, we're going to be going down on Frontier. Nice small aggressive map. Hero Absolution taking the early advantage in this series. And Hero feeling the confidence now, already locked in his leader. He knows exactly what he wants to do. Possibly a Voridus pick on this map. Let's see how Hippy is going to counter that, if he's even thinking about that. He did use Kinsano, which was a counter to cutter in the first game. He should have possibly won that. But it is a best of 7, so the leaders have to stretch all the way. We're going to be getting Atriox versus Colony, actually, going down on Frontier. So it looks like Hippy might have been trying the counter pick for that Voridus pick. But Hero playing really smartly with his picks here. Not going to ban Voridus on this map. And Colony's still a strong pick as well. Okay, so we're getting a chopper opener from Nintendo Hippy with a double harvester as well. Exactly the same coming out of Hero Absolution. The only advantage is, obviously, he has that early skitterer that he can use as well.
Chopper reporting.
I did not miss those prophet guys one bit. Super creepy. Harvester upgrade complete.
Got 3 grunts from Hippy in the middle here. Gonna catch a chopper off guard. Chopper's not going to be able to get an easy pick here. Hippy is sending his chopper all the way to the power on the right here. Chopper's going to be chasing down these grunts. Hero has advantage over both of these power bundles at this moment in time. Chopper can ram that grunt off there though. Start taking that. Because both players probably going to be going leader. Hero Absolution with the triple harvester opener again. Here we go, coming in for the mini steal. Hippy does pick it up in front of his eyes. The skitterer is on the chopper, going to take down that grunt very easily. Probably going to get a second one here as well, which is weak. Healing Spire over there, keeping Hero's grunt alive. Here we go, Hero Absolution picked off 2 grunts early in this game. That's going to set Hippy back slightly. Won't be able to pick up this back mini either. He's got no units nearby. We are seeing a War Council 5th, and Hero is going to be able to steal that and put a raid camp on it. Already got his first raid camp coming up on the main base.
Raid camp constructed.
Hippy did opt for the central mini base with the raid camp on it and the side one here as well, but he's going to have to do something to deal with this mini base if a raid camp goes on it. Can't leave his chosen back and be on the defensive against a colony player.
Their troops are brave, but stupid.
Oh.
Mini base complete. Harvester constructed.
Hippy getting a nice scout off there. He is trying to get the mini bases, but looks like Hero has a skitter on standby. He's going to pick all the mini bases up. It's going to be 4 mini bases to 2. The Goliath is swinging all the way around the left. Going for a sneak attack, doesn't want to go through the middle, but that early Goliath could have done something about this raid camp on this mini base if he wanted to. Chosen is on his way up. Unupgraded as of yet. It's like Hero might just be playing for some sort of sneak attack. He did get rid of that raid camp, so only 1 Goliath came out of the raid camp there. See if he opts for a War Council somewhere. Otherwise he's going to have a lot of trouble dealing with this Chosen. I think you already subbed, Max. A new sub hasn't come through. But you still have your sub badge. So Hero Absolution going to be going shrapnel rounds. Now pumping the choppers out. Going to attach skitterers to them as well. Give them a bit of extra strength. And that Goliath is on that generator. Just 1 Goliath though. Should be easy to deal with. However, Hippy is pretty much sending the whole bulk of his army back. Goliath's going to die pretty easily, but look at the amount of damage that 1 Goliath did to that generator. Half health, so if Goliath drop comes in later and this is uncontested, that gen will fall. Nice counter from Hippy there. He has just upgraded for shrapnel mines on these grunts, so we're getting shrapnel mine grunts. 12 of them, in fact, with the Chosen. Going to be really difficult for these chopper skits to deal with in a head-on engagement. But I don't think that's how Hero's going to be playing. He might just be kiting the army and waiting for that Goliath drop on this generator at the back to give him the advantage in the game. Hippy is pushing up now. There is a bulk of choppers here. He can catch out a couple, but that was a pathetic shot from that Chosen. It was nowhere near where the chopper was. There we go. That's better. Going to slow that chopper. It's going to lose at least 1 here. Not going to catch the rest, though. You have to share the sub in the chat for it to come up, I think, Max. But nothing's come through. There you go, there's the choppers upgraded at the main base. Leader point from both, from Hippy now. Hippy does have the lead point. There's some good mines going down on these choppers. Hero does have the Goliath drop now. If he chooses to go for it, he might go for Brand. Unlikely though, and he does have a heal as well. Junkpack Brute's going for the counter onto Hero's main base. There's only one turret on there, and he did go back for a raid camp as well. Nintendo Hippy going to be splitting his army here. The Chosen is back to defend this generator, so Hero cannot use that Goliath drop. He looks like he used it on the central mini to deny the raid camp. Probably is B plan there, but we do have jump pad brutes on the generator of Hero Absolution now. The choppers are on the way back, but there is grunts here as well with mines. This can jump over as well and drop some trip mines. Looks like Hero is going to be using the heal on defense to heal up the choppers and the generator there. Second generator now coming up for Nintendo Hippy. He's left a lot of grunts on defense as well. Hero's generator is going to be fully healed up. Still has the raid camp up there. A lot of choppers out. 55 population to 52. But the Chosen is the difference in this game. Catches out one of the Goliaths there as well. The other one is going to escape.
Our base.
Looks like Hippy's really scared of losing this generator. He should know that the Goliath drop's already been used. So he doesn't have to really leave his units there for too long. He could drop a scout on hold ground over here for a potential surprise attack. He can now go Tech 2 as well. Here Absolution very far away from Tech 2 at the moment. Choosing to upgrade his second generator, and that Chosen's going to be Tech 2 very shortly.
Front squad under infantry attack!
Fools! I will destroy you! Our base.
Hippy's doubling back to take down that mini base. Chosen's going to get in a fight with some choppers here. Almost picked off one. That can just go to the healing spire and heal back up though. 2 power nodes for Hippy and 1 for Hero. But Hero should be able to take these very shortly depending on how he can get these grunts to take them. Sometimes it is very difficult to get grunts to take those. And here we go, a lot of choppers going in to pick off these grunts. The mini base does fall, but Hero might pick it up again. No, Hippy does get it just in time before he loses the jump pack brute there. Hero Absolution can now go Tech 2 as well. Hippy already in Tech 2 with a double raid camp coming up. No armory though. A triple power extractor from Hero Absolution on Tech 1. Still has 4 mini bases to though, so he has enough supply pads, and we are getting the War Council now coming down on this middle mini base. Chopper's doing a lot of damage already on this mini base as well, almost down to half health, and Hippy's just all over the place trying to deal with these choppers. They just have too much mobility for him. This mini base now half health. The Goliath drop comes in, but unfortunately the Chosen is here to deal with that. It's going to be a waste of 400 blue, 100 power there. Double Apex coming out from Hero Absolution now.
Turret constructed.
Hippy did manage to deal with the Goliath drop there. Got a shield on the main base as well to protect against any future Goliath drops. But does probably need to go for a second base. Probably should have gone fortifications at least.
Front squad under infantry attack!
Could tell Hippy's not playing like his usual self. Been out of the game for a while. And Hero playing extremely well. Picking off a lot of grunts with these choppers. These choppers have paid for themselves a lot during this game.
Under attack.
Going to be trading mini bases again, most likely here. A couple of hunters probably need to go back to deal with these choppers, but there is a lot of numbers. And they have skitterers on. So, I mean, you're probably going to need about 4 hunters to deal with this army of choppers that Hero has going on. Hero loses a mini base in the middle. He's going to be choosing to export on the side as well. Going to be upgrading that. Hippy does not have an expert yet. Loses another mini base as well. And Hero's just got... Looks like Banshee is going to be locked in the main base here. While Hippie's busy committing to Rangers and Hunters, still trying to deal with these choppers, Hero's going to be making a tech switch to Banshees, which is going to catch Hippie by surprise. Hunter Captain comes out. There's going to be no skits on him. He's about to get the Cypher. Oh, he doesn't get the upgrade. 1 second left. The mini base goes down. The upgrade cancels. There's a Vet 1 chosen here to take him out. Might drop a heal to try and save him, but look at the damage that chosen's doing to him. Hippie manages to pick up the mini base as well in the process. So it's going to be 3 mini bases to 3. But look at Hero. Picking up another expo over here. Hippie with the greater army. The Banshees come out. Pretty premature from those Banshees there. Grunt's doing a lot of work with the chosen to the Banshees. 3 Banshees left. Main base only has 2 turrets on. It's like Hero Absolution is going to be going into Tech 3. Lost his hero as well. Gets another expo next to Hippie's base though. But the population advantage in favor of Nintendo Hippy, who's going to be making a push onto that main base. Hasn't scouted any of the expos, but they would have been a better pick to push. This base has 2 turrets on. Wait, what? Okay, Hero, rather than building a shield at the front, which would have been easily picked off, he's decided to get rid of one of the turrets. He's going to build a shield generator at the back. And the heal is actually going to be going on that generator rather than the shield gen. So the shield gen is going to fall. With only Banshees here, it's going to be really difficult for Hero to push this army off. We have a Reaver as well. That one Reaver can easily deal with these Banshees, along with the Grunts, along with the Chosen. Hero may have the economy, the mini bases, the expos, but he does not have an army to fight Hippie at the moment. All Hero can do is spam Banshees, and they're not even upgraded. They're just going to get absolutely shredded to this army that Hippie has at his front door.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
One Apex falls. Chosen is missing the Banshees. Doesn't have the best accuracy when it comes to fighting air, but we do have another Reaver coming in now. Hippie does scout this base, which has been upgraded as well. Looks like we do have combat repair for Hero Absolution. Second Apex is about to fall. Now Hippie can start focusing on Hero's economy. Remember, he has triple generator on this main base. Hero doing everything he can to get these Banshees to harass the mini bases, but the Reaver's putting in so much work. Goliath Chop comes down as well. That's going to help him with the base damage on that mini base. Your supply pad falls, generator falls. Hippie's going to be picking up a base on his side as well. Well protected at home with the shield generator. Hunter Captain's about to come back out.
Harvester constructed.
Chosen is back in the middle of the map. Mini base does fall. Hero takes it, but Hippie's going to be picking that back up. He's going to pick off the Goliath with that Chosen as well. Hippie with his whole army at the main base here. Not a lot of base damage, but they are picking away at the health bars on this base. Expo gets scouted by the 2 Banshees. It is going to get built by Hippie. Chosen takes out the second Goliath there. And we've got Blisterbacks coming out for Hero Absolution with the Hunter Captain as well. Going to be getting a generator coming down on the Expo next to Hippie's base while his army's pushed all the way up. Combat repair actually doing a lot of work in delaying the death of this base, keeping Hippie busy. I'm pretty sure that Chosen is still Tech 1. That's why he's building the War Council. He didn't have enough slots at home to build it. No skitterers on the Hunter Captain. Has not upgraded his generator. Looks like he might be saving for a devastating host with an unupgraded gen. It's probably all he can do. He's going to lose his main base now.
Banshee under fire from enemy vehicles.
The enemy has
Yeah, Hunter Captain still with no skits. Yeah, Devastating Host actually came down onto the main base. Possibly a beam came down there and a teleport forced out of Hero Absolution. Locust and Wraith's going to be doing a lot of base damage here. The shield does fall. Easy pick on that generator there for the Locust. Hippy is coming all the way back. He needs to keep that Devastating Host alive as soon as he saves his units, and he cannot teleport out. We got Hunter Captain in the middle. Still unupgraded, still no skitterers. Yeah, Devastating Host going to have to back off. Now the Chosen is here. He's Tech 3. He's Vet 1. He's running his shit straight in the middle of this army. Reaver jumps away. But most of this Devastating Host is going to die. And this base for Hero Absolution is wide open for the taking. A lot of grunts though here. Chosen lost his shield. Lost a quarter of his health, but he just killed a whole Devastating Host pretty much by himself. Hunter Captain still no skitterers. Hero desperately holding out for that Devastating Host, so he has not upgraded his generators. His power income right now, he's extremely slow. This base now cloaked for Nintendo Hippy, so that Goliath drop is absolutely going to do nothing to be able to harass that. And Hippy has a base on the other side with a Wraith production coming out, and that is being upgraded as well. And this Hunter Captain is not going to last very long against this Chosen. 3 shots, and he's down. That's what happens when you don't have upgrades and no skitterers. And it looks like this is Nintendo's Hippy's game to lose right now. Good Hunter's brand coming down there, but he's pretty much just grunts. Hippy doesn't have the strongest eco though, pumping these Wraiths. Wraiths vs Banshees, who wins? Blister back all the way down here. Locked down in front of the range of the Chosen, who is being healed up by the Engineer. He's going to have no problem taking out that Blister back. Once it falls, Vet 2 Chosen, and Hero is going to throw the white flag out. He is going to resign. It's going to be 1-1 in this best of 7 series. I'm just writing down the leaders they've used here, because it is no repeats. And we're going to be going on to game number 3, which is going to be on Rift. Alright guys, remember, if you are enjoying the stream, you can sub or donate bits to myself, and all donations with the exclamation mark donate, which will bring up the link to donate, will be going to the winner of this show match. So show some support for the players who are playing these show matches, providing the content, and hopefully teaching the new players in the chat a thing or two. So Hippy's going to be the first player to lock in this time. There we go. Hero Absolution is ready to go. Okay, so this time we're actually going to be seeing Hero bring out the Kinsano, but she's going to be going up against Anders here. Anders a really tricky matchup, especially on Rift. Witnessed that myself yesterday. The Kodiaks, absolutely disgusting. So, Hero's going to be taking a different approach to Nintendo Hippy here. He's building Double Harvester Jackrabbit, but he's going to be going for the Mini Steel. And Hippy also building the Jackrabbit Double Harvester, but he's going to be going off to the right hand side to pick up this power. That's a good marine position for Hippy, because he's probably going to path to the mini base next to pick that up before the Jackrabbit gets here. Already picked up the right hand side one as well. And he's going to be opening up triple harvester just to be able to do that. Or not. He's going to be cancelling it, picking up the mini base, waste his trip for the Jackrabbit, and Hippy's going to be getting all the power on the right hand side. And unfortunately, because this isn't a chopper, probably won't be able to kill the marine either. Yes, Psychedelic, the game is still pretty active.
Base is under attack.
At least from a low level point of view, there's a lot of players.
Supply pad constructed.
I don't see any pictures you made, Quay. There go another wasted trip for Hero's Jackrabbit. Off to the right hand side trying to pick up that power, but it's already gone. Going to be seeing an Armory 5th out on Nintendo Hippy.
Supply pad constructed.
We're being assaulted.
Supply pad constructed.
Hero did manage to get the left side power though. This power still uncontested, right outside Hippy's base. Same with Hero. No, we're actually going for that, and we are seeing Jackrabbits coming out for Hero Absolution. A lot of Jackrabbits coming out from Hero Absolution.
Leader point earned.
And there is the scout onto the main base.
Mini base ready to use.
Flame drop going to be coming down on the main base of Nintendo Hippy here. The generator actually already lost quarter of its health. Jackrabbit's now spreading in. Hero Absolution going for a pretty strong push here. 3 Jackrabbits pushing away the Marines with the hell drop as well. The Spartan is not out yet for Hippy. 10 seconds till that comes out. Hell drop left on the base by itself to take that generator down to half health. Jackrabbit's still here. Needs to take out that Jackrabbit. It's going to be doing a lot of damage to that hell drop. And Hero is rallying. Might choose to back away on the Spartans here though. Starting to lose a lot of his Jackrabbits to those Marines. Helldrop is going to back away, but that is some good damage he's done on that generator, especially for later. With the amount of drops Kinsano has, we should be able to see that die in the later stages of this game.
Enemy ground troops.
Voridus is the best leader to counter. Yep.
Grenade throw researched.
Okay, so Hippy now researching grenade throw, as well as getting the Spartan upgrade and swapping to a second generator quickly. Hero Absolution just been annoying, taking the garrison in front of Hippy's base, but Hippy is going to take that out and put one Marine in there himself. So we have the Jackrabbit upgrade, but the grenade throws are coming in, loses one of the Jackrabbits there. 36 population, 39 in favor of Nintendo Hippy to 30. Jackrabbits, however, do have the mobility to get around the map, avoid this army from Hippy, and just start harassing these mini bases. Basically being annoying, which means Hippy has to stay on the defensive to deal with them and cannot push out to take the nerds or to harass Hero Absolution's base. And there comes another flame drop on the generator. Was shooting the turret for a while there, but they're going to put some more harassment on that gen, and it's almost down to 2 bars of health. Spartan is coming back. Gotta be really careful. Hippy not near Tech 2 as of yet, so he will not be able to get a Nightingale to heal that up. And here we go with the harassment. Look, the Jackrabbits harassing the mini bases, and every time Hippy tries to get close, Hero just backs off.
Marines! We're under attack, over. That was too close.
Watchtower constructed.
Sound off.
Hippy going to be going into Tech 2. No player has picked up any power nodes as of yet.
Our base is under attack.
And again, Hero just doing extra little bits of damage to the bases. Eventually, they will fall.
Leader point earned.
Hippy now with 3 turrets on his main base. A lot of Marines standing by just to make sure he does not lose that generator.
Upgrade complete.
Hero Absolution in full control here, but it might not last. There we go. Airpad comes up straight away for Nintendo Hippy. Going to be going for that Nightingale just to heal up the generator.
Marines ready to serve.
Hero Absolution going to be choosing to pick up a base on Hippy's side of the map.
Supply pad upgrade complete.
I'm under fire from enemy ground troops.
Just lose a supply pad on the mini base at the back there. The Spartan is coming back. We have a barracks coming up for Nintendo Hippy. Grenades going down again. They are going to miss the Jackrabbits though. Douglas did get his upgrade. I don't know where he got that. Rocket launcher comes in. Again, more harassment from Hero. He's just relentless, coming in and out, in and out. Not really losing a lot of units, and now able to get an expert up and built as well. There he is. Hippy's just pushed him off of this mini base. Now he's had to instantly back off again.
Our base is under attack.
He does have Nightingales coming out now though, so he will be able to heal up the mini bases and smoke them.
Combat mechanics.
Just kind of a delay tactic from Hero Absolution. See what he's going to do. He's actually going to be going for a third base as well. And we do have Flamehawks coming out. If you're not upgrading the supply pad here. Loses the mini base, but he is going to be able... No, he's not going to be able to pick it back up. Where was the vision? Don't know where Hero had the vision there, but that base is dropping so quickly. Jackrabbits here, the grenades going down. A lot of them do miss. The Jackrabbits are going to pretty much clean up all of these Marines. There's no grenades left. Nightingale is coming in to try and help them. Spartan out in the middle, going to catch out some of the Flame Hogs here. They are expensive compared to the Jackrabbits. They're a little more expensive.
Send vehicles after us. Over.
And Hero doing a great job here with these Jackrabbits that he's had from Tech 1. The mobility has just given him such a huge advantage early on here. Giving him the ability to eco up as well. And having that close by armory with the Kansana coming out means she's going to be getting to this main base very quickly.
Here, what you got for me?
And if Hippy doesn't manage to get a second base online with some sort of defenses, the harassment from Kansana is going to shortly become too much because he hasn't been allowed the time to get into Kodiaks either. Here, it does have 2 turrets on the main base. Hippy making a small push with 9 Marines and Douglas there.
Nightingale ready. Let me know where I'm needed.
And there we go. The Jackrabbit's coming down on the main base. Just going to drive by. They are going to see the Expo. They should be able to deny that Expo. There is a Nightingale and a Cyclops here. Marines standing by as well. Hippy did lose both of his mini bases. Managed to repick one back up. And there's the push on the main base. But look at all these Flame Hogs with the Flame Drop as well on these Marines. This Spartan's going to be left by himself. He actually jumps into the Nightingale. But the Nightingale dies. And Douglas is going to fall out. Can get into this garrison though, should he need to. Turret drop coming down now. Hero Absolution brought his whole army back to deal with this. If he wipes this, he's pretty much going to have the map. The heal going down on the Spartan here. I would have preferred to see him jump in the garrison and drop the heal. Spartan does a lot of damage. Finally gets into the garrison there. He has a Nightingale healing him up, but the heal does run out. This is just such a huge army from here. Absolution. The flame wall coming down on the garrison as well. Hippy's in trouble. He's going to lose his Spartan.
You sending a vehicle after me? Suckers! Cyclops here. Where do you need me?
Spartan falls. Here Absolution takes full advantage. He has the free base eco as well. Now he has the numbers to push onto Nintendo Hippy's Expo and be able to take that down before Hippy can really react to that. Here she goes, leading the way. Kitano Cyclops with an army of red line flame warthogs here. 2 Cyclops aren't going to be enough to defend this. Base is being upgraded. The armor is still being built, so that Spartan will not be coming out anytime shortly.
Armory constructed. Our base is under attack.
Flame wall coming down again with the Rams as well with the Warhogs. Good smoke there by Nintendo Hippy to actually cancel that, but the flame drop down again to stun the army. These Cyclops are sitting ducks right now.
Supply pad constructed.
Somebody want to get these bozos off me?
Kinsano's Flame Hog's going to be harassing this base. It is about to get upgraded. Does get upgraded at half health. There's a Nightingale with Cyclops support here. Remember, the Jackrabbits with their upgrade do have detect, so this base cannot be smoked. Spartan is on his way back out. Douglas almost here to save the day.
Spartan ready.
We do have 2 Wolverines now with red line. The base is half health. It is red bar. Hippy has managed to hold on for part of this engagement. But leader points are just around the corner. More Flame Hogs now coming back in to harass this base. It needs to get healed up quickly. We're getting a push onto the main base now, but there is an anti-vehicle turret and 2 other turrets. There comes the Flame Hog drop as well onto the anti-vehicle turret. That's going to be the main priority for here Absolution to kill. Flame Wall coming down as well. Here comes the Spartan. The Nightingale's actually going to the Expo to heal it up because there is 2 Flame Warthogs there harassing it still. The generator does fall. Here Absolution just kiting around the base now to avoid the army of Nintendo Hippy. Now going to change his priority back to the Expo. It has been healed up to green, but there comes the Sentinel network down from Nintendo Hippy.
Generator constructed.
Going to stun all of these vehicles, get them caught out. This will do a lot of damage to this army. Looks like Hippy is going to hold. The Inferno goes down on the main base though. The Flame Wall isn't managed to get off for the Kinsano Cyclops. The heal to counter part of it for Nintendo Hippy. Looks like he will be able to save most of his pads here. The Inferno, bit of a waste because there is not the Kinsano Cyclops here to follow up on that. And we do have a Nightingale. Great haul by Nintendo Hippy. Saves his Expo, saves all of the pads apart from that generator on his main base. Does have Nightingales to heal up as well. But still, the harassment is coming in from here Absolution. Has that base upgraded, has the third base as well. Eco looking really healthy, his numbers looking healthy. 63 population. Kinsano Cyclops, no shield. Should be able to kill this supply pad though. That supply pad does fall. So because of that Sentinel network that had to come down to help Hippy survive here, does not look like he has the Retriever Sentinel leader power as of yet. Maybe he could have held without the Sentinel network and gone for the Retriever to turn this game around. But I don't think Hippy wanted to take that chance.
Nightingale here. Need anything fixed?
The game volume low. You know, I can hear it perfectly fine. I'll check my settings.
Generator upgrade complete.
There you go, Flash Fox. That should be working now. Looks like an infantry level 2 upgrade did come out for Nintendo Hippy there. Mini base almost falls. Here, absolution. Here comes the push onto the main base. A lot of the pads are still red bar. And this base is being harassed. Hippy forced to come back. I mean, he was forced into Cyclops as well, which is not something you really want to go. Heavy supply pad falls. Another one is about to fall. Here, absolution. With the push here, the Flame Hogs look like they might have incendiary grenades. Can't see. The slam comes down for Douglas there. A lot of Cyclops is going to kill a lot of the vehicles here. But drops after drops after drops for Hero Absolution. There comes a Flame Hog drop. Catches all of the units in the middle. The Rams go down. And Nintendo Hippy, he is going to resign. Hero Absolution pulls it out of the bag with the Kinsano pick on Rift. Managing to beat Anders there. Hero Absolution will be absolutely buzzing with that win. And into map number 4 now. 2-1 up. Hero Absolution. We're going to be going on to Vol, which is a much larger map. Which means there'll be a slower run up to the game. To the engagements. Take a bit longer to win. Looks like Hero needs a 1 second break. It's already been 1 second, so let's get this show on the road. But while there is a short delay, remember, you can type !sub if you want to sub, or you can donate bits. It's really appreciated. And thanks for the 58 people who have turned out so far to watch this series. Or if you want to donate, all donations during this series is going to go to the winner of the series. Help the players out, show them something to fight for. See if we can raise $1. $1 to the winner. Here we go. Back, ready to get started. Decimus and Voridus. Voridus, probably an unlikely pick on Vault. But because of the amount of mini bases, he works out really well because you can harass, and it's really hard for your opponent to get from one side of the map to the other. But I thought Hero would have saved Voridus from Mirage, but I guess not.
Chopper, ready to scout.
It's always really tough to take mini bases against Voridus, just because of the combat spoils. He gets so much economy from it. It's like Hippy has a chopper. Gonna be harassing the grunt. Hero sent that grunt quite far up to try and take this power away from Hippy. So the Sentinel's going to be taking some shots onto this grunt, which Hero Absolution did shoot to get them to try and shoot the chopper. Aggravated the Sentinels. Hero Absolution going to be picking up his first mini base on the right.
Mini base complete.
And Hippy's going to be picking the mini base closest to his main base here. You definitely do not want to get this mini base stolen from a Voridus player. But this grunt, he's been on a 500-mile journey around the map just to check this mini base. Hippy has a grunt on hold ground here, not actually picking up the power. Does realise once he gets attacked from Hero's grunt, and Hippy's going to be picking up the mini base on the left-hand side.
Augmented extractor upgrade complete. Harvester constructed.
Hero doesn't have the mini base closest to his base, but he doesn't really need it as Voridus. If your opponent takes this, you put a raid camp or something on your main base, and you get a lot of resources off there. It's a mistake on their part. Nobody opting in for the double mini bases yet. More choppers coming out for Nintendo Hippy.
Crunch squad under infantry attack. Chopper hungry for blood.
And we are getting a raid camp on this mini base for Hero Absolution. Hippy just manages to get the scout before that grunt does die. This power bundle left open on Hippy's side, which Hero should be able to pick up. Chopper is going in for the scout, but we do have shrapnel mines now being researched for Hero Absolution. And a second raid camp coming back, all the way back near his main base. Not something you'd normally see on Vault. Now the choppers is a good play from Hippy because of the mobility to get around the map and be able to defend multiple locations at the same time. However, nearly all Voridus players do commit to shrapnel mines because of the economy they manage to get off mini bases. But Hippy at the moment doing a good job at keeping Hero away from his main base, so he's not benefiting from the combat spoils.
Chopper reporting for battle.
Hippy does have this mini base out in the open over here though, and there is a raid camp. Oh, he's deleted the raid camp. That must have been a mistake for him. Hero does opt to pick up the first double mini base.
Cannon fire reporting, leader.
It's an onslaught of vehicles.
Choppers are going to put some pressure on it, but they really need to get over here and defend this mini base. May only be grunts, but it is still giving him economy. And is Hippy aware? Has he seen this huge push coming out from Hero Absolution onto the main base? He double gens, but there is suicide grunts here. But one Gren drop could end those suicide grunts' lives. They are running in to try and kill the units here. I agree with the decision to actually take out the grunts. The grunts are the ones that are the problem for the choppers, but the choppers can easily deal with the jump pad brutes. All these choppers now soaring all the way home. Vortex coming down with the that was absolutely perfect by Nintendo Hippy there. The Vortex with the suicide grunt absolutely ends every life of those jump pad brutes there. Now the choppers come in, they clean up, and Hero Absolution's looking like he's in a tough spot. But those are great mines going down from those grunts. Absolutely shredding the choppers, all bunched up together. Wow. After pulling off pretty much the perfect vortex, he completely screws up with his choppers. They're all bolted up together. He just lost about 8 choppers, and he might just lose his generator here as well. Look at the economy from Hero Absolution. Look how fast that power's going up. He now has enough to go Tech 2, despite committing to these jump back brutes and the shrapnel mines. And Hippy only has 3 choppers to defend, and he still needs to spend power on getting these suicide grunts out. Chopper actually rammed nothing there. Looks like it might have rammed like the generator or something.
Leader point earned.
More mines coming down. And Hero Absolution relentlessly putting on the pressure. Look at all the red dots soaring across the map. Did hear that he just put a war council up as well. And now he's getting into Tech 2. Nintendo Hippy's forced to rebuy the second generator. Probably going to have to upgrade it as well. Only at 600 power. He's nowhere near Tech 2. This is where Voridus really has the advantage. Just one push, one generator kill. can get him Tech 2 despite committing 300 blue to those grunt mines, despite committing even more yellow to the jump at brutes. Now Hero's going to double back and pick up the extra double mini. That's going to help his economy even more. 33 population, 224. Hippy down a generator, forced to upgrade it. 600 power away from Tech 2. Hero, is he going? Yeah, he's going into Foundry. So we are going to be seeing Marauders coming out. And it's going to be even harder for Hippy to catch because he's behind on tech. He will have to commit to Hunters and he still won't be able to catch the Marauders.
Our base is under attack. Mini base complete.
Looks like Hero's priority is now the power nodes.
Grunt squad under aerial assault.
Meanwhile, the
Digital
mini base is down to
overstrike.
half health. Fused hammer upgrade 20 seconds out. Hippy going to be building a turret and he now can go Tech 2. He's 30 seconds out for Tech 2.
We've been targeted by enemy vehicles.
Bedrock coming down on the choppers with the Hero as well. Infused hammer upgrade has come out for the Veridus leader.
Leader point earned.
All Hippy really needs is a generator on his main base to stop the harassment. Then he can push out with no fear that his opponent's going to get a good economy off of harassing his base. However, still the eco lead for Hero Absolution. He has all the mini bases, doesn't even need an expo right now. He already has 6 pads off the mini bases where Hippy only has 2, and he's going to get economy from harassing this one that's open over here as well. And looks like he's just sat outside Hippy's main base, so Hippy really can't get out.
Harvester constructed. Chopper under assault from enemy troops.
There you go, here comes the push. Just grunts and jump at brute, but he will have the leader's Y ability to spread the goo, probably with an invigorating frenzy as well. But good suicide grunts coming in there, clear a lot of the grunts before they can get healed up.
Grunt squad under upgrade complete. Harvester constructed.
Shield gen now on the main base, so that push has been completely stopped to a halt.
These enemy vehicles.
Can still harass the mini bases though.
We're being attacked by enemy.
Looks like Hippy might have recycled that mini base. There's no way the grunts killed it that quickly.
Our base is under attack.
Alright, let's see what Hippy is going to do here. He's pinned back. 2 rangers going to be caught out in a second. Cannot afford to lose them to this hero. But he has to somehow defend this mini base. Otherwise he's just relying on his main base for eco. Every time hero attacks, we'll just swap to his view so we can see that economy and how fast that's coming in. Grenadier drop on the choke point, and the Marauder Engineer drop now coming down as well to reinforce this army. 77 population to 38, but he does have shield advantage, defender's advantage, has 1 turret. Here comes a beam on the army with the invigorating frenzy to try and heal up that army as well. Kills 2 Marauders, so worth the cost there. Could have gone on further and killed a bit more. Needs to get that Hunter under the shield. It's his only counter to the Marauders that are coming in right now. Vortex coming down on the units as well. Shield generator not at half health yet. Picking off a lot of these units down to 58 population, 56. Nintendo Hippy at 46 now. A lot of red bar for Hero Absolution here, but he does have reinforcements on the way, but they are only grunts. Using a lot of units fighting under this shield. The shield finally falls. However, Hero's about to get cleaned up here, and this is the opening that Hippy needed to try and get back into this game. Veridus leader about to go down. Can he get away? The Rangers are chasing. The Rangers snipe him from across the base. Ranger's now here for Hero Absolution as well, but he's losing these. The Goo doing a good job at damaging these units, but Boundless Cypher just healing them right back up as they chase down these units. The Marauder falls, another Ranger falls. Hero Absolution from 80 population to 20 population, and Nintendo Hippy now managed to successfully defend his base. 63 population. He now has the opportunity to push out. Doesn't have a lot of base damage, but he desperately needs to either pick up a base, clear some of the minis, or grab the nerds. But that Decimus drop is just around the corner, and that's where it's going to start really getting difficult for Hero Absolution as Voridus here. We have seen no Cataclysm as of yet. There wasn't really an opportunity to pop it during that fight. And there we go. There goes the Expo. Second base going to be coming out for here, Nintendo Hippy. Decimus outscales Voridus, so if Hippy plays this smart, doesn't lose too much, gets this Expo up and running, Warlord out, Decimus drop out, he's going to be looking really good in a couple of minutes. Expensive Reaver about to get picked off there. This mini base is going to fall pretty quickly as well. Hero finds himself on the back foot in a bit of trouble against Decimus player, who's extremely strong in the first place.
Leader power ready.
You're 5 seconds out for this base. Double base taken out as well. Gonna slightly hurt Hero's economy because he's not on the offensive at the moment.
Harvester constructed. Leader power ready.
Hero is in tech 3 though, so he has rifts. I mean, a large amount of rifts with Scorch rounds can melt through those heroes. It's one of the only units, obviously, apart from air, which can actually do that much damage to the Warlord, as well as the Decimus drop. Just has to watch out for that Y ability. It'd be really nice in the middle of this army right now. Can't afford it, doesn't have the population for it.
Infantry level 1 researched.
And that Wraith's just going to take a few shots from the top there. Hippy managed to pick up 2 power nodes for himself as well. Base has been upgraded, but there is an engineer and there is an apex here at the back, which Hero really can't touch, essentially. So the base is just going to continuously be healed unless he makes a push for it.
Our base is under attack.
We're under attack from their vehicles!
Hero going to be splitting a Wraith over here just to take out that mini base. Obviously, everything Hero does to attack, such as the leader attacking this base, this Wraith coming over here to attack this, it gives him more eco, so it's the better for him. Even attacking this, like, Hero will actually mind sitting here while this base is being healed, attacking it, because he's benefiting off this, and Hippy just isn't, essentially, so it allows Hero to get further and further ahead. It looks like Hippy actually recycled that base, and that's all you can really do against the Voridus. You either let them attack your mini bases and get money off them, or you hurt yourself and you recycle them.
We're being targeted by ground troops.
Oh, and there comes the Cataclysm on this base here. The Grenadier drop went right in the middle of the army. The Decimus drop coming in with the Y ability, going to do a lot of damage to the units there. There is an Invigorated Frenzy there, but Hippy down to 34 population right now. The Cataclysm completely annihilated all of those grunts, and then we've got a Maelstrom coming in now on this leader. Here comes the Vortex on a few of the units, but that's all he pretty much has left. He has the Decimus leader left, down to half health. Base at half health as well. That was honestly a really good Cataclysm from Hero Absolution. And Hippy's about to lose his leader. And this is what he was relying on to change this game. Boom! Voridus takes him out with his big goo hammer. Decimus falls. The base is half health. We're seeing no Warlord from Hippy here. And what a great push from Hero Absolution.
You cannot hope to stand against us. Rangers ready. Where are the enemy troops?
Doing my throat kills.
I will burn you all. They are sending infantry against me.
And more waves coming out for Hero. That is a long way to go from the main base, though. I probably should swap them to the mini bases once they get up and running. But Voridus Hero is putting in a lot of work on these units. Might even get Vet 1 this game, who knows?
Their power ready.
Another Grenadier drop. The goo just does so much damage, even with Boundless Cypher. Look at these units. They just melting in the goo.
Wraith ready to wreck.
Our base is under attack. It's an onslaught of vehicles! I survived the Covenant. You will be no threat. Harvester constructed.
There it is. The Vet 1.
Danger.
Voridus Hero. One of the rarest sights in Halo Wars 2, folks. So pay attention.
Under attack.
Absolutely shredding. Look at him go. Hunter after hunter, grunt after grunt. Still full health. It's absolutely bossing it.
You will
It's a thick health bar as well. Hippy's still holding on by the skin of his teeth, though.
They're attacking.
Not really sure what's just happened, but Hippy is not out of this game yet.
Wraith under fire from enemy troops.
Oh. Weak Wraith's gonna pick off a Wraith here. Very expensive, but look at the economy. Air Absolution just queued up a Scarab. Yeah, 100%. Queued up the Scarab. Saw 2k disappear. And the population jump up 40.
Mini base complete.
A double armory coming down
Our base is under attack.
on the mini base here.
Leader power ready.
The Scarab's going to be on the Expo. He's picking up the third base now as well. And the map just looks completely red.
War council.
Shield comes up just in time. He should be able to heal this base back up. And Hero will not be getting any money off this base until that shield drops.
Our base is under attack.
There's no Warlord. Warlord can make light work of this hero. Just pulls him in. He can stun him constantly so he cannot spread the goo to set up that Cataclysm or the Invigorating Frenzy.
Vehicle level 1 research.
Logistics and reinforcements being researched on this mini base here. Hippy must be expecting it. The Scarab's gonna end the game.
Here's yours truly, ready to fight.
There's the Maelstrom. Invigorating Frenzy comes down as well. The arm is trapped. The Y ability coming down from the hero.
I crave fresh meat. I'm being shelled by artillery.
Run, reporting for duty.
Being shelled by the enemy. Cloaking tower constructed.
Scarab is on his way. The ender of worlds, the ender of Hippy's life. This is going to put the series up 3-1 in Hero's favor if he can seal out this game. Okay, and Hippy is just going to resign.
I like this standing around stuff. More now.
So we do not get to see the Scarab in action. 3-1 down. Going to be going on to Ashes. Can Hippy pull this back? Gab is trapped. The Y ability coming down. Okay, game number 5. Hippy is down, but he's not out. Can he pull it back from a 3-1 deficit to win this series? Okay, Nintendo Hippy has locked in. He's ready to go. He knows potentially what his final leader may be. Here we go, potentially the final game. We're going to be seeing Atriox going up against Yap Yap. Hippy going to be pulling out all stops here. But Atriox is a pretty good counter to Yap Yap. I'm not going to lie. Seen a lot of fodder early on. Probably a lot of mini bases being taken in these early couple of minutes as well. Especially with Hero going Power Extractor first. Not something you necessarily want to do against a Yap Yap. In all of the series I've casted, I don't think I've ever seen a Gen first against a Yap Yap, but I mean, this is just going to mean that probably Hero's going to be going into Fortifications 1 and 2. Yap Yap's probably going to get most of the minis, but Hero's going to get most of the bases. Fair trade. Yeah, going to be opening Triple Harvester. That's something you see every day. The mine is on the big power bundle. The grunt is close, but is on whole ground. He's not actually getting it. Now we got 2 mini bases already for the Yap Yap player, Hippy. This is going to be a very interesting game. Most definitely going to be 5 mini bases to 1 at least. Looks like Hero is prioritizing the power here. There we go. As expected, the War Council is going down 5th. Power Extractor now up for Hippy. He's 100 power away though. Not collecting this big bundle of power. He's left the mine there. Trying to contest the other bits of power here. And that grunt is going for the mini base. Hippy does have a cannon fodder nearby. But, I mean, Hero might get it. Yeah, Hero is actually going to get a mini base here. So that's probably a better case scenario for him. Hippy should have been able to pick that up. But he's going to need to double gen.
We followed the instructions to assemble assemble the power extractor, but why do we have parts left over? I hate these guys.
So only 4 mini bases to 2 it's going to be in favour of Nintendo Hippy, and we have got a chosen coming out, so... And there's the first base. It has been scouted. Nothing Hippy really can do about it at this moment in time.
Chopper, ready to scout.
We don't want to die.
Pay dearly for that.
Chosen's going to be vetting up on this cannon fodder. Hippy's just going to be feeding him. Double mines coming down on the ramp there. It's actually pretty good to put the double mines there, because if Hippy does want to harass this expo, the shortest route to it is coming down there. And we're getting a turret and a sensor tower on the main base.
The enemy is attacking me.
A late mini pickup by Nintendo Hippy. It's at the back. Got a lot of power. We'll get Tech 2 first.
We don't want to die.
Whoa.
Chopper reporting for battle. Our base is under
And it actually looks like Hero did not see the mines. Lost half his health and his shield. Luckily the shield comes back up, because these choppers smelt blood. Now they're going to back away. Yeah, this base has been upgraded.
harvester constructed. Turret constructed. Yeah, their vehicles attack us. You fall beneath my blade.
Engineers to heal the bases as well. These bases are going to be unpushable for Hippy right now. Just going to have to go into Tech 2 and do something there. I mean, obviously the counter to the double fortifications is to take all the bases for yourself anyway, but it does come at a cost.
Chopper, ready to scout.
Getting shot at again. Leader power ready.
That's a face!
Chopper hungry for blood.
We got 10 choppers out for Nintendo Hippy.
Harvester constructed.
Turrets and turrets and turrets just coming up for Hero. Hippy can't really do much. He probably just wants to take out this mini base, to be honest, on his side of the map. Keep himself in the dark. He's getting Tech 2 Expo being built for himself, but Chosen now slowly pushing out. Going to be taking some of the power nodes. And Hero actually only when fortifications level 1. We've got some plasma mines over here, so it looks like that was his second point.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
They seem to have forgotten to give us our guns.
We followed the instructions to assemble the power extractor, but why do we have parts left over? Outpost constructed.
Again, we have a third base now coming up for Hero Absolution.
The enemy has units in the air.
Third generator for Hippy.
Augmented extractor.
And we do get a small engagement coming down in the center of the map, but that Chosen's going to win it. He is Vet 1. Plasma Mine's going down as well.
Constructed. War Council constructed.
Double War Council from Nintendo Hippy with a double raid camp.
Harvester constructed.
Hero not too far behind. 5 seconds until he gets Tech 2. He's got double raid camp coming up on that expert over here. We've got an engagement coming down, but a lot of wasted choppers if he does decide to engage that. The Chosen is well supported by the engineers. 3 power nodes now for the Hero Absolution as well.
Rangers ready. Where are the enemy troops?
Grunt hustle researched.
I'm getting hit by.
Another engagement. Looks like the choppers are just trying to harass, but there's too many engineers to support here.
Turret complete.
Another chopper falls. Just cannot do anything against the Chosen and the engineers. Losing a lot of choppers. This Chosen is going to keep feeding on Vet, and the Ram's going in on the Grunts, but again, because he's not losing any and the engineers are here, he's just going to waste all of those choppers. Free up some population.
From enemy trouble. Harvester constructed. Stronghold upgrade complete. Reaver reporting for duty.
And the army of Grunts, engineers, the Chosen, couple of Reavers, a Shroud, couple of Rangers are now going to be pushing up to the main base here. But look how many engineers Hippy has. He can push forward with brute force on this army. I mean, he's killing a lot of Grunts right now, so it's not much of a loss for Hero Absolution. He's going to be able to back away. I mean, he probably has a bulwark, a teleport, a beam or something in the back to get away and evade this army. Not going to lose too much. Sees it early, but now he knows exactly what Hippy has. And 10 Rangers is exactly what he's going to need to deal with this Vet 1 Chosen.
Harvester constructed.
Hippy is going to be pushing up. Hero's going to be pushing up with the Chosen first. So, tries to deny the node. That's a good stun there. Another good stun. The Chosen gets teleported away. That's a good counter to the mine turret drop that came down there. He is going to keep the Chosen alive. The Chosen is pivotal for him to win this game. Getting shredded. Luckily, in the nick of time, the shield comes up on this Expo. It's going to force Hippy to back away because he's only got Rangers. Can't really take down the shield with Rangers. He'll lose his army before he can. Definitely needs to look at getting a third base, but he doesn't have the blue for it at the moment.
Marauder under fire from
Interesting to see what he's going to swap into. Grunts from above for the methane buff / debuff with a couple of locusts would really help him in this situation. Chosen keeps popping out, losing a bit of his shield to take a few shots and then recouping his shield under the shield gen. Good bit of micro from Hero to be able to do that. Plasma mine's going down. Not going to get the full explosion, but the plasma is going to sit there and do damage to the units walking through it. Heal coming down from one of the Grunt Goblins there. And we just got a little back and forth engagement here. Obviously, the Shroud, for anybody who doesn't know, blocks the shots of the Chosen, which is why he has one Shroud here within the army. Shroud's actually a good utility in any banished composition. They do a lot of things, block a lot of projectiles, Forge Hog shots, Chosen shots, snipers, Kodiaks, you name it. Surprise Hippy's allowed Hero to keep this mini base on this side for so long.
is under attack.
Ready to hurtle to our untimely death.
fortress upgrade complete.
Professional respect, huh?
I don't want to alarm you, but our base is under attack.
There's the locust that I called earlier. Shield now coming up for Hippy on that base as well. And Hero is going around with the Marauders, clearing out mini bases. The power node is going to get denied. That grunt took a very long time to die despite having no health.
Claim this outpost for the grunts.
There is the third base for Nintendo Hippy. Just how are the players going to seal out this this game? Obviously, Nintendo Hippy desperately needs to win. Otherwise, Hero Absolution is going to take the series 4-1. And will have the bragging rights over him. We are going to get a small push onto Hippy's third base, though. There is a Wraith for base damage here with a lot of engineers. This base is being upgraded. It's almost done. It's going to give it some extra health, extra armor. Should be able to defend that. The engineers are going to be forced ahead of the crowd. But it is going to make openings in the middle. There comes the mine turret drop again on the Chosen, but he can teleport out if he needs to. Mines do not do a lot of damage. That Chosen is tech free. The shield now off, teleports out, and he's going to be safe and clear. However, during all of that, Hippy forgot to send his units back to heal up this base. So it looks like he's possibly going to lose that to the one Wraith there.
Leader point earned.
Kind of has to send something back. And Hero doing a good job. Being proactive, taking down the mini bases now. Without the third base and without the mini bases, Hippy's eco is going to start slowing down. The engineers finally arrive at this base.
Just like the old days.
I don't want to alarm you, but our base is under attack.
A lot of engineers, in fact. However, the Reavers have come back. They're going to kill all of Blue's engineers here. There is Hunters to kill the Reavers, but it's too late.
Goblin under attack by enemy vehicles.
Rifts might be in trouble, though. There is a big army here to deal with those.
Instead of harvester, how about we call it tickler? That sounds more.
But Hero, in these last couple of minutes, has done a really good job at going around the map. He's taken all of the mini bases. He's going for the last one now, and that is a costly mini base. It has a generator on it. Hippy's main base has no shield gen, has no turrets. It basically has no defense from these Marauders. Did he see it? He did see it. Could even erad the base if he wanted to take it that far.
Base complete. Harvester constructed.
And that's how fast the mini base is falling. Hippy really struggling at this moment in time. Hero Absolution doing a great job at choking him out economy-wise.
Their troops are attacking us.
Got beam cannon on the Hunters now. Teleports back up for Hero, so you can pretty much dodge any of Yap's leader powers.
Ready. Harvester constructed.
Shilgen did come up on this base, but it's still half health, and we are now getting a big push here. Dying Breath coming down on the units with the beam, but he's going to teleport to the side of it. The beam gets cancelled. Man's coming down here now. He has to walk through the plasma, but we're going to be getting an engagement out of this base. Can Hero kill the base before he needs to back out? The base is red bar. Or is he going to choose to focus the army? He is going to choose to focus the base. The bulwark comes down now as well. Yap's army is coming in. The leaders are going to be on the base. There goes 1 wire ability, 2 wire abilities, 3 wire abilities. Going to be healing the base almost back to full health with the engineers as well, and pushing off these rifts. They do have dying breath, but the Erad going to be coming down. Slightly missed, but the Grunt Dome's going to counter the Erad, and Hippy is going to get out alive and save his base as well. The first big engagement of the game. Pretty much evenly trade Here, Absolution probably coming out of it worse economy-wise. Erad does cost 1k blue, 1k power.
Harvester constructed. Leader power ready. I don't want to alarm you, but our base is under attack.
Raid reporting.
Still Wraiths coming out from both players. The shield has now dropped on this secondary base of Nintendo Hippy. Here, Absolution just kiting round, doing a lot of damage. Going to take down the shield gen before he backs off.
Goblin under fire from enemy vehicles.
Plasma Man's again on the exit. Going to be saving his mini base up at the top there.
Our base is under attack. Leader power ready.
Your mini base gets taken down. A small victory for Hippy.
Reinforcements level 2 researched. This shield tower is almost big enough to cover the posterior of your mom. Snap!
I just think Hippy's confused on what he needs to do right now to get himself back in this game.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete. This shield tower is almost big enough to cover the posterior of your mom. Snap!
Leader power ready. Vehicle level 2 researched. Leader power ready.
Still seeing Wraith from both players essentially as the main comp in their armies. Obviously, Hippy does have the Yap leaders to heal up his army along with these beam cannon hunters as well. 2 Shrouds to deal with the Chosen, so it's a good army comp for him, but he just can't do anything with it right now. Heroes on 3 bases, he's got the cloaking gens up. Both players just trying to, well, Hero's trying to make an opening. Hippy's just kind of defending, hoping he can wipe an army and counter push.
Leader power ready.
Reporting.
Turret complete.
Just have to play those leader powers bare, try and bait them out. Obviously, Trog has a lot of evasive leader powers to counter Yap's leader powers, such as the teleport, the bulwark, dying breath, and then you can counter with your own beam as well, because Yap lacks mobility apart from that grunt dome. So here we go. Here, Absolution making another push. We've got the mines going down. We've got the beam going down. The bulwark to counter most of the beam. The beam gets cancelled instantly. Plasma mines going down now. Grunt dome coming down. Every leader power going down. Here comes the Yap heals. All forced to use all of them in one. Looks like Yap slightly has the lead on population here. A lot of red bar units going down. Shrouds now need to fly above the Chosen to chop him. Loses one of the Grunt Goblins. About to lose the second Grunt Goblin. The Chosen is going to go down. The Chosen is dead, but he's in the dying breath.
Favor under attack from artillery.
There we go. Chosen finally dies. Nintendo Hippy takes the lead in the engagement. Now the Chosen's gone. Reavers are going to jump away. The Wraiths are going to start chasing down these Wraiths, but he doesn't really have much of an army left to make a push on the main base. Those shots going down. The turret drop's going to be blocking the Wraiths, and a lot of these red Wraiths are going to fall. Nintendo Hippy, is this the opening he needs? Can he now push a base and try and close something out? I don't think so, because the Chosen is about to come out on this base, and there's not really much left of his army. So essentially, in the end, a pretty even trade-off. Both players' economy hurting really badly after that engagement. All the leader powers going down. Basically losing all of their armies. There is a couple of Wraiths left from Nintendo Hippy, but not enough to push this base. And we are back to square one.
Ready to serve.
So they want to fight, eh?
Uncle Yap Yap's Discount Assembly Forge now open for business.
Great, under fire from enemy troops.
Reaver ready to take down some air units.
Harvester constructed.
Alright, so back to square one. Both players just going to start rebuilding their armies, and we're still stuck on Wraiths right now.
Where shall I go?
It's just going to be really tough to break each other here. Hero's Eco, though. He's recovered really well. No upgraded expansions yet. Maybe a Scarab? Maybe a Scarab next for Hero Absolution? Same for something. He has population. There we go. There's the Scarab.
Leader power ready. Leader power ready.
I don't want to alarm you, but our base is under attack. You can't tell because of this sweet cloaking tower, but I'm totally naked right now. Leader power ready!
So we're just going to be waiting for the Scarabs to come out before the next push. A lot of downtime in this game. So we'll follow Hippy's perspective, see what he actually wants to do in this game, because obviously there's a Scarab on the way from Hero. Hippy's up to 105 population out of his possible 120. Not really sure what he's actually doing, but he has to win this game to stay in the series. If he loses, he's out, and Hero has won 4-1, which is a huge victory for Hero.
Leader power ready!
Anyway, I hope you're all enjoying the series and the stream. If you don't follow me, make sure to hit that follow button. Whoa.
Fortified level 1 research.
Here we go. The Scarab's out. We saw Hero close the game out with the Scarab last time. Well, technically we didn't on Vault. Hippy actually resigned for us to save us those couple of extra minutes of misery. But the push is coming. Reavers, Wraiths, Chosen, Scarab. Pushing round the back, actually. They're actually going to be going up to the main base. Oh, there comes the mines with the turret drop, just to slow them down slightly.
Leader point earned.
And the chase is on. Hippy's going to chase him round the corner here. Level 2 beam coming down. No, level 1. Okay. Looks bigger than that. Hero's going to teleport back onto the army and use the bulwark as well. Scarab here, Grunt Dome here. The Erad coming down, but the double Grunt Dome is going to counter that with the heals as well. We have Unbreakable from Hero Absolution here. It all comes down to who uses the leader powers the best. Unbreakable is going to last a few seconds to help Hero win this engagement, but here comes the level 2 Grunts from above coming down to repopulate for Nintendo Hippy. 108 versus 90 population. How the hell are you meant to micro in all of this that's going on the ledge? The beam from Hero Absolution absolutely melting through Blue's army. Hippy losing a lot of units there. The Scarab is red bar. Hero Absolution 77 population, got a few units left. They're all red bar. Oh my god. Hippy now losing his units. The Scarab desperately trying to get away. He is going to survive. The Scarab survives with 1 bar of health. Can he get any engineers over here to heal him? He has 1 Wraith for detect. The Scarab's trying to get away. The Wraith's going to chase him. The Wraith's going to kill him. The Wraith's going to kill him. And the Wraith, the 1 Wraith from Nintendo Hippy, takes down the Scarab. Really thought he was going to be able to save him there. just couldn't get away.
Assault from artillery.
And folks, we're back to square one.
Leader power.
Every leader power used, every unit dropped. Hero's just winning this based on his economy right now.
And in your face.
He can just repopulate a lot faster. We got Banshees coming out for Hero.
Banshee reporting.
Yeah, pure Banshees, but he doesn't have the upgrades for them yet, so it's going to be a while before he can get them online. Hippy's eco is very hurt right now compared to Heroes. Heroes sat on 2k with 91 population. Hippy quite far behind that.
Wraith here.
Turret complete. Turret complete. Logistics level 3 research.
Ready for carnage.
You know, I got depth. Poetry? You wanna read my poetry? Huh? Well? Sounds like a pros. Leader power ready.
Ready to blast stuff out of the sky.
Leader power ready. Leader power ready. Leader power ready.
Shroud systems ready for battle. They attack from above.
Leader point earned. Goblin getting hit by air units. It's annoying.
Reaver anti-air.
Alright, so we're getting another big engagement going down with the Banshees. The beam coming down as well, but this time it's actually Hippy pushing on the offensive.
Our allies are in trouble. Our base is under attack.
Target.
There's a lot of Reavers here with the Wraiths, and it looks like he is managing to win. The Dying Breath did go down, so the Banshee's going to stay alive for a bit longer. The Chosen is not here, but we do have the Yap leaders, and we've got the Grunts from above coming down as well to reinforce this army. Hippy has the advantage here. The heals now coming down. Doesn't manage to catch all of the army. We got a Vet 1 Reaver in the mix as well, but the shield's still up. The shield finally falls. The Banshees can start getting taken down now. They are like paper once these Reavers get a hold of them. We've got the Grunt Riders on the main base doing a bit of damage. The Reavers at the back with the Methane Wagon as well. But the Banshees now coming out on top, and the Chosen is back here to chase these down. The mines with the turret drop do miss the Chosen. Eradication's back up as well. 70 population versus 70. Economy, at least the power side, is in favor of Hero Absolution. Blue in favor of Hippy, but a lot of Banshees here pushing up on this army. A lot of Reavers being pumped out now for Hero, for Hippy. Leaders almost died. Chosen still chasing down. Can they get to the shield? They... Whoa! Two of them do make it to the shield. One actually gets picked off. Now the Banshees are going to back off, and this is back and forth from these two players. A couple of mini bases actually getting taken down in those engagements, and Hero's just going to fly by and retake them back. And again, it looked promising for Nintendo Hippy there. Here are now upgrading this base, but unfortunately that push was stopped.
Our base is under attack. My life for yes.
Stop that!
Harvester constructed. Scarab reporting for duty. Leader power ready. Our base is under attack. Harvester constructed. Harvester constructed. Augmented harvester upgrade complete. Mini base complete. Harvester constructed. Our base is under attack.
We got another Scarab out for Hero Absolution. There is a lot of Reavers from Hippy.
Leader power ready.
I'm taking fire.
Our base is under attack.
Big E-Rad coming down.
I have a citadel, and my brother said I'd never amount to anything. Ah.
Going down a little late there. The E-Rad has already come down, but still 120 pop from Nintendo Hippy. Level 2 beam coming down on the Scarab. Bulwark is going to counter that, and it's going to get cancelled instantly. The Banshees are dropping like flies. However, the Scarab is going to be the difficult one to deal with. Beam now coming down in the middle, but please don't shoot me coming down. Please don't shoot me. Does not cancel beams.
We're only kidding.
I don't know why Hero decided to cancel his beam there, but they still do damage.
Leader power ready.
I will not last long against their scarab. Where shall I go? They dare
Our base is under attack.
Here at 84 population, still 116 for Hippy. Defender's advantage, doing really well here. A lot of Banshees falling. It's just a Scarab he cannot kill.
Allies are in trouble.
Shield comes back up as well.
I'm under fire from air units. I will show them.
Has Hero just given up building units? Look at his economy compared to Hippy's.
Don't like to alarm you, but our
Absolutely massive. See, like in a tournament setting, there'd be a time limit. And Hero, based on his economy, his bases, and the way he's played in the game, would win the game. However, this is not a tournament. And I cannot call it in Hero's favour because Hippy desperately needs to win this goddamn game to stay in the series. He's going to chase down the Scarab now after taking out all the Banshees. Has the population lead. And if Hero, a second Scarab is on the way for Hero Absolution. This might be the push that Hero Hippy needed. Takes down one Scarab and pushes. He can easily shred through the engineers with all of the Reavers he has. Scarab tries desperately to get up the cliff. But dies on his way.
Our base is under attack. Our allies are in danger.
Second Scarab out now. Going to be pushing Hippy back.
Scarab under fire from artillery. Our base is under attack. The enemy wretches attack us. Leader power ready.
And we're getting Scarab after Scarab after Scarab from here. Absolution. Not a lot of Reavers left though. Mainly Wraiths now.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
So we are going to be seeing a double Scarab push
Base is under attack.
coming for here. Absolution. And the power node actually saw the second Scarab. So Hippy knows it's there, but he's going to be chasing down this one anyway. We might see a base trade come down. Hippy can't defend forever. He could push this Scarab back, possibly kill this base, but this Scarab will kill this base.
Leader power ready.
That's to be on level 2. We got here 45 base level 2 coming up. He's going to try and shield juggle. Is it going to be enough? Oh, the please don't shoot me actually coming down to save this base, but there is a Scarab over here as well. So his army is going to have to split. Good decision to leave the Reavers back over here to take down the Engineers because the Scarab cannot kill the base.
Ready to crush the enemy.
There you go, the shield did manage to heal back up and a second one's on its way.
Base is under attack.
There we go, this push is going to be halted because the Reavers have taken down the Engineers.
This shield tower is almost big enough to cover the posterior of your mom. Snap.
We're getting more Engineers coming over there now. Hero desperately trying to do a split push,
I can't fight this Scarab alone.
but he's forced to back off.
Our base
Hippy's going to chase this one down. All he needs is the Reavers here to take down the Engineers.
Wraith ready to wreck.
So now that's going to leave 40 population and a Chosen at this base that pretty much cannot do anything while Hippy pushes with 120 pop onto this base, potentially going to kill that Scarab. The Erad coming in now. Wraiths are too fast. They are going to get out of it. The heal's going to come down. Not going to lose too much there. But the double good node coming down now to counter the beam from here. Absolution. This might be Hippy's game to win right now. The Scarab's going to have to come back along with the Chosen. Both players' economy is looking really good. This Scarab is about to fall. Then he can turn his attention to the base or kill the second Scarab on its way in. He won't be able to repop in time to defend this.
leader point earned.
Don't back off, Hippy. What are you doing? Push! Oh my god. He could have easily finished the Scarab, but he's deciding to back off. Now he's got the other Scarab to fight. He's going to let it heal up.
To arms! We're under attack.
I'm really too sure what Hippy's decided to do right now. That was the time to push and possibly create an opening for himself, but now this Scarab's going to be healed up.
Upgrade complete.
There's a lot of engineer support. There's a lot of bright beams. There comes the methane party. Unbreakable now for Hero Absolution with the Y abilities as well for the Scarabs. Probably a bit early on those.
Be desperate.
Now please don't shoot me for Nintendo Hippy because he's lost a lot of units And now the Scarabs are pushing up. Or are they backing off? Who knows? I think he's just waiting for the Chosen shield to come back up here. It does do so. Shade turret's coming down with the mines now. The Reavers are going to walk into those. Scarab's pathing is just awful right now.
The enemy has targeted me with artillery.
He's going to be deciding to go to the other base. Tell you what, if this was colony, a nice colony's wall across there would be really good to stop this army from pushing. Now they're just going to turn around and fight. Need to kill those heroes. The heroes are weak. The Yak Goblins are weak. Engineer support. It's just, this game's just on and on and on and on. Where's the fodder going? Try and kill a mini base. That's where. Heals upon heals going down again. Chosen does manage to get in the garrison. We're actually getting a suicide drop coming down. Double grunt dome coming down as well. Please, suicide grunt gets crushed immediately.
The enemy is shelling against us. Let us fight back.
And this is just a never, ever, ever ending battle. These Reavers need to start focusing these engineers because that's what's keeping the Scarabs alive.
Great under fire from the scarab.
And there is a level 2 beam on the army. Yep, Goblins have used all of their heals. The Scarabs are still alive though. The Chosen gets Vet 1 once again after losing him early in the game. Yep, Goblins now getting focused down. That is keeping the army alive. And the Nintendo Hippy, he is going to resign. Hero Absolution going to be taking the series 4-1. I think Hippy's going to be putting us out of our misery there, but he was losing that engagement in the end, and most of that game he was on the back foot. So well played to Hero. 4-1 to him in this series. Well guys, thanks to the 66 people for stopping by. I hope you did enjoy that series. Hopefully we can get another one another day, but for now I am going to get off. It is late for me, 12:30. But remember, if you don't follow the stream, you can follow the stream, turn on notifications, and you will know when the next one goes live. Or you can sub or donate in the chat. Donate to Hero, directly to Hero. If you choose to donate now, all proceeds will go to Hero for winning that series. Don't need to take the money for myself. But GG's guys. Thank you very much for stopping by, and see you next time.